Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to go over 10 side hustles that are oversaturated and I think that you should avoid in 2025 if you want to make money quick. Now, number one is drop shipping. Now, drop shipping is when you have a company that offers a product and they handle the inventory and the delivery to the customer. So basically, you have your audience, and if someone purchases whatever product you're promoting, it could be clothes, shoes, electronics, whatever, they purchase that, and then it goes straight to the company that has that product, that inventory. They get the order, they ship it, they package it, they ship it directly to the customer, and you don't have to deal with any of that. Now, a lot of people have been able to make a lot of money doing drop shipping, so it's not a bad idea. You know, it can definitely make you income, but the market is oversaturated because now there is a ton of competition. The margins are getting lower, especially with the tariffs coming into effect starting on May 2nd. A lot of the products that were being delivered via drop shipping came from China. So, it's a lot is changing. And so drop shipping isn't as lucrative as it used to be, along with, customer complaints from slow shipping because it's coming directly from China. Most of the time, the shipping could take 2 weeks or more. So I would try to avoid this because if you are looking to make money quick, this may not be the fastest way to do that. All right, so then number two is print on demand t-shirts without a niche. So generic designs, just like a flower design or a generic slogan or whatever, isn't going to cut it anymore. Now you have to get really specific and niche down if you want to have a print on demand business. You have to select a target audience, such as you're making t-shirts for nurses, or you're making t-shirts for boy moms, or you're making t-shirts for people who go on cruises. You have to get really specific and stand out because the market is heavily saturated right now. And so you want to set yourself apart by niching down, picking a target audience and promoting to that one target audience in order to set yourself apart. All right, number three is freelance graphic design. I don't know if you've been on websites like Upwork or Fiverr, but you can usually find thousands of different designers promoting themselves on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. And the way that some of these platforms work is you actually have to apply for a project or put your bid in for a project. And sometimes you could be bidding against hundreds of other people. And so I know with Upwork, you get a certain amount of credits. Otherwise, you have to pay for extra credits. And then you have to put a bid in, and you may or may not get chosen, and there goes your credits. So it's very chancy. You may or may not get picked. So if you're looking to make money quick, you want to have a portfolio that pops. You want to make sure that you have your testimonials, you have your portfolio with your graphic designs, and you're being super creative with how you promote yourself in these platforms, but also outside of these platforms, making sure that you have your own website. Okay, so number four is online surveys. So online surveys, they pay very little for a lot of your time. Usually the surveys may take you 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and they may only pay you a couple dollars. Now, there are some instances where they can pay you more than that, or they may only pay you in rewards versus, paying you with actual cash. And then you have to get to a certain threshold in order to even cash out. So it could be time consuming, and a lot of people are hit to online surveys, so they are being flooded with users. Some of them are actually on a wait list. So it just depends, but there's no harm in trying, right? So definitely, apply to different survey sites like Prolific, Reward Bucks or anything like that. And get on the wait list and see when you get picked. Okay, so number 5 is Airbnb arbitrage. So when you Airbnb your house, you put it up on Airbnb, you rent out either a room or your entire house or apartment or whatever, and people pay you to stay there for a certain period of time. Now, it's popular in theory, right? Especially with people saying that you don't have to actually own the property, but a lot of cities are actually cracking down on this. They are cracking down on people Airbnb their property, especially if you do not own the property. Some landlords have subjects and terms in their leasing agreements where they prohibit you co-leasing your apartment. So you wouldn't be able to, lease the apartment and then double lease the apartment through Airbnb. So a lot of cities are cracking down on this, especially in crowded major areas such as Atlanta. They hit the news a couple years ago with a new law where they were saying that in certain areas you cannot Airbnb, you cannot do short-term rentals. So definitely do your research, look into your local laws, and make sure that this is something that is going to be worth your time. Number 6 is social media management. You are managing other people's social media platforms, social media pages. And it sounds good in theory, but many people are just offering generic or unspecialized social media management, talking about, outgrow your pages. But now brands want specific skills or proven results. So for example, they want to see that you have actually worked in their industry and have been able to grow a page in that specific industry. So right now it is best to niche down and again, have a specific target audience. Number 7 is virtual assistant. So again, you want to niche down and be a specific VA. You want to, again, hone in on certain skills and not try to offer everything, but being specific, saying that I can help you with writing. I can help you with website management, whatever it is. You want to, again, niche down and be specific or skill driven in order to set yourself apart and let people know that you have the experience in that field that people are looking for. They're not really looking for generic VAs or generic social media marketing firms or what have you. They want someone with proven specific results for their specific industry to give them the confidence that you know what you're doing and that you are able to help them meet their goals. Okay, so number 8 is crypto trading. So I don't know. I don't know about this one. In some instances, the hype has died down, especially with a lot of the cryptos that ended up being shams and doing scams, having people pour all their money into these crypto pots and then pulling the rug from underneath people and taking all of their money. That burned a lot of people, and it burned that momentum of people deciding to invest in crypto. But on the other hand, people are still investing in crypto. But again, you just want to learn as much as you can, do your research, and hone in on your skills. Really learn what crypto or crypto trading actually involves, and making sure that you learn as much as possible so that you have real expertise. Now, Again, crypto trading is risky. You can lose your money. People, have lost their money in matters of minutes or hours. So definitely be careful out there. All right, so number 9 is Amazon KDP. So Amazon KDP is a platform where Amazon prints books for you. You just come up with the design for the book. So you design the cover, you design the inside pages, and Amazon will print the books for you, and then you can upload those books onto Amazon and sell them. And again, Amazon will handle all of the inventory. So if it's a printed book, they will print the book and they will ship the book for you whenever someone makes a purchase through Amazon. And then you get a commission or a royalty from that sale. Now, Amazon, the KDP, the royalties to me, because I do have a couple books on there, are low. You would have to price your book fairly high in order for you to really make a profit, like more than a couple dollars. Now, if you don't mind, because you maybe aren't putting a lot of effort into it or what have you, but if you are spending a lot of time on your book, you're getting everything from your mind, you're writing everything down, you're spending days, you're editing, re-editing, rewriting, designing, uploading, and all of that. You want to be paid for your time, and it can sometimes not feel worth it, because you also have to price the book not too high so that you make a sale and you stay competitive, because it is a lot of competition on Amazon. Like, everybody is on Amazon. They're selling something on Amazon, and you're going up against hundreds of thousands of other books that are very similar to yours. And maybe they're established, they have a lot of reviews or whatever. So, the more reviews, the more established, the more sales you have, the better you look, and the more sales you make. That's just the name of the game. So, the market is oversaturated with copy-paste books, and again, low profits. So, but again, if you're just looking to have a way of, posting and forgetting and then hoping that you make a sale, then go ahead and keep going forward and put your books up on Amazon KDP. All right, and then number 10 is delivery apps. So delivery apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, etc. Now, and I could see this myself in my own city, because I do Instacart every now and then, and I swear for the past like 6 months or so, the quality has gone down. Like, the quality of orders and the amount that Instacart is paying is not the same. They have dropped the amount that they are paying for an order compared to the amount of work that you have to put in. And this seems to be due to too many drivers, more competition, rising expenses like, gas, wear and tear on your car, that is starting to eat into profits. So there is a lot of wear and tear on your car because you are driving to the store or the restaurant, you're picking it up, you're dropping it off. So, there's a lot of gas involved. And then if you drive, more than 3,000 miles, then you have to get an oil change or what have you. But, the good thing is that all of this is a tax write-off. So if you do any of these delivery apps and you have expenses like gas, oil changes, work done on your car, you having to use your phone or whatever, any type of expense that you need to do in order to fulfill this job, which is not a job, it's you having your own business because you're an independent contractor. There are expenses that you can write off and recoup some of that money, or, offset the amount of taxes that you'll owe at the end of the year. But again, that's at the end of the year. You're doing this now so that you can make money now. So, but it can still be worth it, because I've still been able to make a decent amount of money, sometimes up to $100 a day doing these delivery apps. It's just that I've noticed that the quality and the amount that they are paying versus the amount of work that you have to do for the order, I just feel like it has gone down. So they're not paying as much as they used to. And then people, you know, the economy is struggling. So people aren't tipping as much as they used to when they had all that pandemic money. It's multiple factors. But I would still say it's a good route if you are looking to make money right then and there, because you can cash out every day. No matter the amount, you can cash out every day. All right, so the best side hustle is one where you bring your own skills. So you learn a high value skill, you bring your personality or a unique twist, and then you hone in. You choose a target audience. You don't have to niche down too specific, but you do want to have some type of a niche or a target audience or an avatar or what have you. And you want to build your audience. The first step is building community. You have to build that community, and there are multiple ways to do that, such as here on YouTube. You can build a community via YouTube, starting a YouTube channel, or on Instagram, posting reels and posting in your stories. But you want to pick one or two platforms where you are building a community that you can then promote your own product to, and redirect them to your website that you own, where you can collect emails and cross promote later on, so that they buy and they keep buying more of your products. When people know you and they like you, they buy from you, not because of, you know, the product that it is that you're selling. But it still should be a product that people want, people are willing to pay for, and that solves the problem. But people buy from people these days. All right, so that's all I have for this video. Make sure that you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you in the next one.